So to massage your baby's feet, you might want to get a little bit of oil going, or your cream or your balm, whatever you're using. Make sure your hands are lovely and warm. You can show baby what you're doing. Let them know they're going to have a massage. Make sure they're okay for a massage. And then we're going to hold baby's feet. Take a few breaths. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed and they're not up here. Check in with your baby, make sure they're okay. And we are going to start with a technique called press for calm. And for this, we're just going to find this little area just underneath the balls of the feet. If with your thumbs or your forefingers, you trace down from underneath the toes, down, carry on going down towards the balls of the feet, your thumbs or your forefingers will just come to this nice little natural resting place. And you can have a little press in there. Very light little press. So this technique is called press for calm. And in reflexology, these points here relate to the solar plexus. So this is a very calming, reassuring point. This point is used in reflexology for inducing relaxation and for a sense of balance. Okay, then we're going to start circling around in that area. Just nice and slow with your thumbs or your forefingers, whatever feels good. And as we're circling around, we can say, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 steps, tickly under there. And in the other direction, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. 1 step, 2 steps, tickly under there. And then we're going to work on 1 foot at a time, so you can pick your foot, and we're going to do a little sequence called Mow the Lawn. So with your thumb or your forefinger, whatever feels most comfortable for you, going to make some little slides. We're going to start from the heel and we're going to slide all the way up to the big toe. So maybe around 4 or 5 times. And just super light with your touch, with your soft, relaxed hands. And then into the middle of the heel, and you're going to do the same thing, so just sliding all the way through the centre up to the base of the toes. And over to the other side, so from the heel, sliding all the way up to the little toe. And on this side, you may want to just increase your pressure just a little, just gradually sinking in a little bit on this side. That should feel really nice. There's a lot more flesh on this side of the foot. And for our next technique, this one's called For the Soul. Again, with your thumb or your forefinger, we're going to just find the ball of the foot, and we're going to make some little circles all around the ball of the foot. So you're following that little curve all the way round. And then the same thing around the heel. Going to make your little circles. Again, just following the curve of the heel all the way round. And then we're going to come up for another little slide, this time from underneath the little toe, and you're going to slide all the way across to the big toe. So just a nice long slide underneath all those toes. And then with your thumbs or your forefingers, we're going to have a little tap all over the sole. Gentle little tap tap, just stimulating all the nerve endings. And then we're going to finish on this foot on the toes. So for each toe, between your thumb and your forefinger, you're going to give a little roll and a little squeeze of each toe before we move on to the next one. And as we're doing it, we can say, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed at home, this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home. And a little stroke goodbye, bye to that little foot. We'll do the same on the other foot. So we started with our mow the lawn. So you've got your thumb or your forefinger from the heel, sliding all the way up to the big toe. So nice and light with your touch on this side. It's quite thin, not a lot of flesh, so any deep pressure will be really uncomfortable, so just a nice light slide. And then into the middle of the heel, and you're just sliding all the way through the centre up to the base of those toes. And then over to the other side from the heel, all the way up to the little toe. And you may feel like you just want to increase your pressure just a little on this side. Okay, and then we've got our for the sole stroke. So with your thumb or your forefinger, you're going to make your little circles all the way around the ball of the foot. Just following around, little circles. And then around the heel, same thing, little circles all the way around. Check in with your baby, how are they doing? And sing them a little song. Just talk to them, lots of reassurance. And then we had our slide, clear skies, going from underneath the little toe all the way across to the big toe. Getting underneath those toes, they may curl their toes over, which is the plantar reflex. But a good chance to examine all those little toes, pick out any fluff breakfast that you might find in there. And then we had our little tap all over, just stimulating all the nerve endings. And then to finish, on the toes, you've got your lovely roll and squeeze. We'll start with the big toe, and we can say, this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef. And this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home. And a little stroke goodbye to that foot. And a well done. And if you can, it's lovely to give lots of kisses all over those gorgeous feet. Well done. So that's the basic routine for the feet. I hope you and your baby enjoyed it. Remember, it is all about timing, so if this attempt wasn't particularly successful, don't give up. It doesn't mean your baby doesn't like having their feet massaged, that it might take a little while to settle in. So keep trying, just a little and often, and hopefully your baby will start to accept more touch and massage on their feet soon, which is going to be really useful for when they're older too, as it is such a lovely way to connect with them. All the areas we've been massaging are based on reflexology points and zones. And if you'd like to understand how these areas relate to reflexology, there is a whole section on this course dedicated to reflexology and how you can use simple techniques to relieve common childhood ailments. So please check that out, and please also get in touch with any questions or queries and let me know how you're getting on.